The top 10 fastest American cars you can buy in 2026. Number 10, the 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, 149 miles an hour. Search Demon 170 top speed and the internet screams 215 miles an hour. The internet is lying. This thing tops out at 149, and it's still the most dangerous machine on this entire list. A supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi force-feeding a 3-liter blower detonates 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet on E85 through a reinforced torque flight 8-speed, ripping to 60 in 1.66 seconds, and through the quarter in 8.91 at 151 miles an hour. The hardest launch ever measured in a production car. It doesn't chase top speed, it leaves crime scenes. The NHRA banned it before a single customer turned a key. It runs the quarter so fast, under 9 seconds from the factory floor, that the sanctioning body sent Dodge a violation letter and demanded a roll cage and parachute. To buy one, you signed a waiver. Dodge would delete the passenger seat if you asked, and sell you a factory parachute mount. Only 3,300 were built. The paperwork didn't say congratulations, it said you've been warned. Inside, an 8.4-inch Uconnect runs SRT performance pages with live G-meters, timers, and dynagraphs beneath a 220-mile-an-hour speedometer it will never need. Serialized badge on the dash. It's stickered at a devilish $96,666. The market's been paying ransom ever since. Market price, approximately $142,000. Hold that number. Deeper in this list waits a machine with 1,250 horsepower and a 233-mile-an-hour top end, and it wears a price tag 19 times smaller than the Ferrari it hunts. If you leave now, you'll never know where it landed. Subscribe and stay. Number 9. The 2026 Tesla Model S Plaid, 149 miles an hour. No exhaust, no warning, no survivors. Where the demon screams, this one whispers. A 1,020 horsepower luxury sedan that's been hunting supercars in total silence since before half this list existed. 3 motors, 1 front, 2 rear, detonate 1,020 horsepower the instant your foot twitches, slamming nearly 4,800 pounds of sedan to 60 in under 2 seconds, and through the quarter mile in 9.2 at 152 miles an hour. No gears, no buildup, no mercy. Your organs hit the seat back before your brain understands why. Out of the box, Tesla shipped it chained to 149 miles an hour. A luxury sedan neutered by software. Hand over $24,000 for the track package and the leash comes off at $200. Then it becomes something else entirely. A car that lapped the Nürburgring in 7 minutes 25 seconds, snatched the production EV record, and made every combustion engineer on the planet quietly recheck their numbers. The 2026 model is the last of its generation. The Assassin retires on its own terms. Inside, a 17-inch landscape display commands the entire car. A 22-speaker sound system fills the silence the missing engine left behind. Ventilated sports seats and carbon trim line the cabin, and a yoke waits for the committed. It never made a sound. It never had to. Starting price, $109,990 MSRP. Number 8. The 2026 Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour, 3 pedals. Nothing else on Earth does both. The Blackwing is a hand-built, supercharged 6.2-liter V8 bolted to a Tremec 6-speed manual in an age trying to outlaw all 3. 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet to the rear wheels alone, 60 in 3.4 seconds, passed a factory-rated 200 with independent tests brushing 205. It knows it's dying, and it refuses to go quietly. Production ends after 2026. No successor, no Air, no electric replacement waiting in the wings. Cadillac confirmed it and said nothing else. This is the last rear-drive, manual transmission, supercharged V8 super sedan America will ever build. And Cadillac's spending its final year making absolutely no compromises. The Drive named it Best Car of 2026. They weren't wrong, they were just early to the eulogy. A 33-inch curved LED display sweeps the dash, 18-way performance buckets heat, cool, and massage between launches. A 16-speaker AKG studio system fills the cabin, and carbon fiber lines every surface. 3 pedals, 4 doors, 1 funeral nobody's ready for. Starting price, $101,820 MSRP. Down, not one car left makes its power the way you'd expect. There's a V8 coming so big it punched a hole through the hood just to fit, and it's not even the fastest thing on the list. Get ready because the way these last 4 were built is the whole point. Number 7, the 2026 Ford Mustang GTD, 202 miles an hour. Ford didn't build this car, they deployed it. A supercharged 5.2-liter Predator V8 screaming to 7,400 RPM delivers 815 horsepower and 664 pound-feet through a carbon fiber drive shaft into a rear-mounted 8-speed dual-clutch transaxle, achieving near-perfect 50-50 balance, killing 60 in roughly 3.5 seconds, and running to 202 miles an hour. The most extreme machine to ever wear a Mustang badge. And the angriest pony car ever built. More than 6,500 people applied for the first 1,000 build slots. Ford handpicked every owner. Then it went to Germany and became the first American production car to break the Nürburgring 7-minute wall, and didn't stop there, returning with the competition spec to rip a 640 on Porsche's home soil. Ford built this car to humiliate the best Europe had to offer. Porsche's home circuit now has a Mustang's name carved into it twice. A 12.4-inch cluster and 13.2-inch touchscreen stream live telemetry. Recaro buckets were laser-etched suede, and where the rear seats once lived, a polycarbonate window now frames the suspension working at speed. The weapon displayed in its own case. Contract complete. Starting price, $325,000 MSRP. Number 6, the 2023 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye Widebody Jailbreak, 203 miles an hour. By day it does school runs, by night it does 203. The fastest sedan ever mass-produced, with child seat anchors in the back. A supercharged 6.2-liter high-output Hemi hammers 807 horsepower and 707 pound-feet through a torque flight 8-speed to the rear tires alone, launching 4,500 plus pounds of 4-door American iron to 60 in 3.5 seconds, through the quarter in 10.6 at 129 miles an hour, and onward past 200 to a certified VMAX. That title, fastest mass-produced sedan on Earth, belongs to this. Not a Porsche, not a Mercedes, not a BMW, a Dodge. With a blower, rear-wheel drive, and zero interest in being sensible. The jailbreak package tore open Dodge's ordering vault, hundreds of forbidden color and trim combinations, unlocked for the last call run, the final V8 Chargers in history. It left as loudly as it arrived. An 8.4-inch Uconnect runs SRT performance pages beneath a suede headliner, Laguna leather and carbon trim fill the cabin, and a 19-speaker Harman Kardon drowns out blower whine. Then depreciation did what Dodge never would. Made it affordable. Market price around $70,000. Number 5, the 2026 Lucid Air Sapphire, 205 miles an hour. It will destroy you politely. 2 rear motors and a third up front unleash 1,234 horsepower and 1,430 pound-feet of instant gearless torque. Built in Casa Grande, Arizona. Hurling this luxury sedan to 60 in 1.89 seconds and through the quarter in the 8s at 158 miles an hour before running out to a factory-rated 205 miles an hour. That is demon territory, delivered in dead silence with massage seats running. Motor Trend strapped its timing gear on and walked away, calling it the quickest accelerating production car in the publication's history. faster than every Bugatti, Porsche, and Ferrari they had ever strapped their gear to. 7 decades of instrumented testing, rewritten by a startup in the Arizona desert. Then it drives 427 miles home like nothing happened. A 34-inch glass cockpit floats above a retractable 12.5-inch touchscreen. 18-way buckets wear Bridge of Weir leather and Alcantara. And a 21-speaker Dolby Atmos system performs in a cabin no combustion ever will ever enter. Savagery. Pinky raised. Starting price, $249,000 MSRP.
Yeah, there's 100.
Woo! Four cars left, and everyone runs past 210. Here's the trap. Would you take the car that wins every drag race, or the one that holds its value long after the others rot? Can't have both. Number 4, the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette C7 ZR1, 212 miles an hour. Its supercharger is so enormous it punches a hole clean through the hood, because there was no other way to make it fit. The C7 ZR1 is the last front-engine Corvette flagship ever built, and General Motors sent it out completely deranged. A hand-assembled 6.2-liter LT5 V8 crowned with that 2.6-liter blower erupts with 755 horsepower and 715 pound-feet through a 7-speed manual or 8-speed auto, clearing 60 in the high 2s and running to an SAE-verified 212 miles an hour. In 2019, it was the most powerful car General Motors had ever sold. That supercharger devours 110 horsepower just to spin itself before a single wheel turns, and 4 extra radiators were added just to keep it alive at full throttle. This isn't engineering, this is obsession. And when the C8 arrived with its engine behind the seats, 66 years of front-engine Corvette history closed with this car's tailpipes. An 8-inch touchscreen and configurable cluster sit behind a 220-mile-an-hour speedometer. Competition sport seats were Napa leather, and the performance data recorder captures every run. The king is dead. The price never got the memo, though. Market price, around $230,000 for clean manuals. Number 3, the 2022 Ford GT, 216 miles an hour. Some cars have spec sheets. This one has war medals. A 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 fires 660 horsepower and 550 pound-feet through a 7-speed dual clutch into a full carbon fiber tub around 3,000 pounds dry, hitting 60 in roughly 3 seconds and topping out at 216 miles an hour. The fastest production Ford ever built, a racing trophy wearing a license plate. In 2016, it won its class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 50 years to the race after the GT40 humiliated Ferrari on the same circuit. Then it came home and became its own kind of legend. 1,350 cars built across the entire run, every buyer vetted by application, and the market responded the way markets respond to war heroes. Auction hammers now clearing $1 million and climbing. Ford built it once. The world's been fighting over it ever since. Carbon buckets bolted to the tub with pedals that move to the driver, an F1-style wheel carrying every control, a digital cluster that reshapes by drive mode, and a 6.5-inch screen as the only concession to comfort. It won the war, but it never stopped dressing for it. Market price, approximately $1.2 million. Number 2, the 2022 Hennessy Exorcist Camaro ZL1, 217 miles an hour. When the demon showed up, Texas built a priest and armed him with 1,000 horsepower. Hennessy tears down the ZL1's supercharged 6.2-liter LT4. Bigger blower, ported heads, custom cams, reassembling it into 1,000 horsepower and 966 pound-feet through a 6-speed manual or 10-speed auto, slamming to 60 in 2.1 seconds, through the corridor at 9.57 at 147, and onward to a tested 217 miles an hour. 1 mile per hour faster than the $1 million Ford GT for roughly a tenth of today's money. The mission is stamped into the metal. Built in Sealy, Texas, expressly to slay the Demon. The final edition closed the book at 57 serialized cars, one for every year of Camaro's existence, each carrying a numbered engine plaque and a full factory-style warranty backing every one of those 1,000 horses. 57 priests, 57 exorcisms. The Demon never saw it coming. Recaro buckets, an 8-inch touchscreen, Bose audio, suede and leather. The cabin stays sleeper quiet about the whole crusade. One discreet numbered badge. The car next to you finds out at the light. Price as built, around $135,000 including the donor car. A 1,000 horsepower Exorcist built to bury the Demon, and it finishes second. Whatever you think the number one is, the lap time it just set says you're wrong. Leave now and you'll never know what beat a car this violent. One entry left. Number 1, the 2026 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1X, 233 miles an hour. Ferrari's F80 hypercar costs $3.9 million. This catches it, passes it, and beats it to 60 for 1/19th of the price. The Corvette ZR1X isn't a supercar, it isn't a hypercar. It's a category that didn't exist until Chevrolet built it. The LT7, a 5.5-liter twin-turbo flat-plane V8 howling out 1,064 horsepower, joins a 186-horsepower front-electric motor for 1,250 combined, driving all 4 tires through an 8-speed dual-clutch to a GM-estimated sub-2-second 0-60, an engineer-driven 8.67-second quarter at 159 miles an hour, and a 233-mile-an-hour top speed. That isn't a marketing claim, that's arithmetic. GM engineers drove it to a 6:49.275 lap at the Nürburgring, the fastest time a Corvette has ever turned on that circuit. Then they came home and priced it at $207,395. Maranello's been holding meetings ever since. A 3-screen cockpit wraps the driver in live data. The performance app logs every pass. GT2 seats come in Napa leather with competition sport buckets on call. And a 14-speaker Bose performance system fights a losing war against the turbos. America didn't join the hypercar club, it kicked the door in. Starting price $207,395 MSRP. I already know half of you think the order's wrong. Maybe the Demon should have been higher. Maybe a Corvette shouldn't win a muscle country list at all. Tell me exactly where I blew it, and subscribe. Because the next list settles every argument, this one starts. Thanks for watching.